Chopping wood, chopping wood. Keep
I'm a
chopping that wood.
dinosaur. I just got a PlayStation, man. Yeah. I don't own a computer.
Alright then. Guess the first thing I'm gonna start with.
Tell me if you need anything.
Getting some reblath armor. Okay, so reblath. Reblath comes from the shop here. Right there, get a few of these. When you're making your fail stacks, reblath is your basic starting point. So you buy a whole bunch of these. You're gonna buy a whole bunch of these. And you are going to just force enhance this with some basic stuff. So we go here, enhance it. This will go nice and easy. When you're starting. Speed up the process by skipping the animation. And now we just force enhance it at this point. Now we have low durability. So what we do now that we got this at 10 is we are going to hit the blacksmith. We are going to hit repair and recover max durability. Grab your reblath armor here, and then you are going to use your basic reblath to get this restored. And just to make sure, do this right. So that gives us 10. So just like that, 10 for each one. That brings us back to full max again. Now we're gonna hit enhance. Force it a few more times, and we just want to get it up to plus 14. That's where we're gonna start. For this stuff, for green gear, force enhance it. Force enhance your green gear. Now, by the looks of it, I need 11, so I'm gonna have to grab some more stones. Now, when you're enhancing, you're gonna need a shit ton of your armor and weapon stones. I did not stock up. I'm not like an old school pro at this. I'm just a broke ass person trying to make money just like you. We'll grab some stones. Blackstone armor. Let's see. Have a few of these. So reblath is just your starting point. This is just your basic gear that you're gonna start your fail stacks on. We're gonna go a little further than that than just reblath, because reblath likes to make you lose your fail stacks when you get to too high of a number. So there's gonna be another set of gear that we're gonna do after this. Recovering durability. Recover. Right here.
Get some useful stones with your pickaxe. The goblins, my assistant.
Gonna have to buy more reblath.
Don't expect anything from me. I'm going to go broke this way.
And the reason why I use reblath is because it's easy to buy from the blacksmith in Velia. Super dirt cheap. And if you ever have to repair the durability, it costs next to nothing to do so. Okay, there we go. And this is how easy it is to get your first fail stacking item. For boss gear, which is what I'm intending to do in this video, we're gonna want to do a few more steps than just this. This is just the basic starters. This is what people will talk about
Stop hammering.
when you're just trying to get your basic fail stacks.
The sparks from hammering.
And now I think this is the last one, and this gets us to plus 14. Okay, there we go, plus 14. It doesn't actually hurt to have a couple of these, so I might quickly try to make, well, I think we can just stick with the one. No, I don't intend to fail that. If I do, I have to do it all over again, so I might make a second one just for now.
Like it's been through and out.
Gets us to 10.
The place around here is full of feldspar. Get some useful stones with your pickaxe. The goblin was my assistant. Santomenzi introduced him to me.
And I'm just zipping through this real quick, just so that we can get to the next part of what we're doing here. Force enhance. Cover.
I'm Tron and Underful, a blacksmith with patience.
Yeah, so recover this too while I'm at it.
Tell me if you need anything. You would have to forgive
Okay, I double checking. I'm gonna have to get some artisan's memories out of storage. Okay, so artisan's memories are gonna be super important. It costs money. It does. You're gonna save yourself a lot more headache if you use a bit of a cheat and make use of your artisan's memories. There's some parts where you just wouldn't want to do it without. And I believe I have 74 sitting somewhere still, so I should be okay if I can find them. That's be my last go. I got a couple plus 14 reblasts. And then I'm out of, don't have quite enough armor stones. I need 23, so it's time to buy some armor stones. By the way, do all this in Velia. You can only really buy your reblast stuff at the blacksmith in Velia. So that's a good, most people will just do all their enhancing in Velia because it's nice and everything's all in one spot. So that's kind of your go-to. Armor. Grab these bad boys. I need a lot later, so I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a good chunk. There we go, grab those. Now, let's get that last plus 14. So here's our 13. So the reason why I'm making two plus 14 reblasts is because if one of them happens to accidentally hit, it'll go to pry, it'll go plus 15, or go plus 15. I just like to have a second one in case for some reason I ever screw this one up. I have done it before. I was using militia gear, and I stupidly managed to make it go to a pry, which means I was not able to cleanse it anymore. But anyway, I've got a couple of these now, so that should give me a good starting point. So Reblath, Reblath will get you your first 5 to 10 fail stacks. You can kind of pick numbers that work for you, but between 5 fail stacks and 10 fail stacks is where you want to use your Reblath. And then you can use Heve, Grenel, Fortuna are the most common ones. Find something on the market that, has, like a whole bunch of basic ones available so that you can use those basic ones for repairs. But Heve, Grenel, and Fortuna, Luck of Fortuna, those are kind of the ones where you're like, okay, I can still repair it for a relatively low cost, and it's going to get you from the fail stacks whereas Reblath's getting you your first 5 to 10. Heve and all that. Heve, Fortuna, Grenel is going to get you from about plus 10 to about the plus 20 range, so between the 10 and 20 range. Once you hit that, magical number that you like 16, 17, 18, that's where you actually start taking that fail stack and applying it to your boss gear and getting it one step at a time. If you start hitting fail stacks higher than like 25 or up in the 30 range, that's where you want to start getting secret books of old, the blacksmith books here. These secret books, 20, 30, 40, 50. You start buying those and you save those fail stacks for when you are working in the duo tri-tet range. I believe I bought some Heve and Grenel. Sorry, might have been some Heve and Fortuna earlier that I'm going to pull out. So I did buy a Grenel. Okay, so we're working with a Grenel helmet. And I have some Fortuna. So I got a couple of these that I can work with. I also like to just have a couple of them, so it saves me time running back and forth too much. We're going to grab this Fortuna. We need some basic Fortuna. You can see what I mean. If you look at Luck Helmet of Fortuna, there's 99 registered at +0. So these are all 155,000 each. Makes things very cheap to repair. Let's get these, and I'm gonna grab another two. What you guys doing?
Kill bosses.
I got some friends in here with me. You can't hear them, but we're hanging out. They're giving me their moral support.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely know what you're talking about. That's for sure.
This is totally just intended to help mostly guild members. But of course, if anyone in our community comes across this, I'm sure it'll help someone. So when we're going for this, right now I'm enhancing. This is what I want, is to enhance. When we're building fail stacks, we want to be hitting the durability option. And actually in this case we have force enhance, so I'm gonna use force enhance because I just like to get things done quick. Gets us to 12. So go to 12, run to the blacksmith, and same as before, you can use, oh, I didn't pull it out of the central market. And yeah, and again, this is why Velia is nice, because central market is right here.
Do keep in mind that there's a commission for each.
Grab our Fortuna helmets. You can see I got about 20 of them. Should get me most of the way, if not all the way. Yeah, so if you're looking, we're gonna look at this in a little bit, but um, super crucial part of this is you're gonna be using memory fragments to repair your gear in a little bit when you start working on the boss gear. Um, for this green gear, you can get your max durability back up with other pieces of the same item. So use the basic green gear again. But when you start working with your boss gear, obviously you're not going to have 15 pieces of boss gear to recover your max durability. So if you're looking for memory fragments, your your best system is to use the ancient relic shards. And I can pull up an image of that for you. But use the ancient relic shards and you make scrolls and you farm the bosses and you get a ton of memory frags from the relic shard scrolls. As a nice added bonus, you're going to get a lot of hunter seals, and those hunter seals will be turned into an NPC that is going to give you a bunch of your armor and weapon stones. So super, super good method to build up some of your resources for this process. Now I got it to 13. Not a lot of people in their videos will show these like absolute, like, you know, starting point steps. Not a lot of people hear about reblath armor and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, how would I do that? So this is giving you the really the actual, you know, basics, things that you're gonna miss that, yeah, things that you're gonna miss from the from other YouTube videos that maybe just gets overlooked because they assume you already know how to do it. So cover max durability on this guy. Perfect. Got us to... I'll grab a couple more helmets. I want to get that all the way up for now. Fortuna, and I did need to buy some Gruntle as well.
When using the marketplace, be sure to weigh the pros and cons of a deal precisely.
Gruntle helmet. So I picked Gruntle helmet as well because there's 322 registered on the market. These are a little more expensive, but this Gruntle is going to be nice for getting you the mid-range fail stacks, the 10 to 25. I will grab up a bunch of these. These are going to be my friends very soon. I need 2 more Fortunas. I'll get another 10 of those just in case. I'm really hoping I'm going to have a nice lucky go at this because I really want this to work out and show you that fail stacking is doable. It's very painful when you don't know how. When you do know how, it can be both really useful and really entertaining, and it can also at times be very, very profitable if you are lucky. Yep. RNGesus can read your character's mind. Beware. Just when you think you got it right, it'll throw you a curveball. A lot of people who've done this will agree that it loves to make your life miserable. It really does. I gotta grab those from the market. Anyway, this gets me my first few sections here. I just gotta grab some Fortuna helmets. I need 2 of these. May as well pull a few more out just in case. And I had some Gruntle on the way. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I had some in the marketplace. I guess it didn't. Did I pull it out into my inventory already? No, I wasn't selling though, I was buying.
understand.
It's one of those moments where you realize that you're just completely blind or you're completely dumb or one or the other. There they are. I was completely blind, that's all. I'll pull a few of these out just for later on. I think I'm gonna break this video into sections because it just might help to focus on one little piece at a time. This here is gonna be kind of a good full explanation of just getting you your starting point. This is getting you your basic green gear, which is how you are going to start your fail stacks. And another reason I'm going to consider breaking up these videos is just so I can get some materials and whatnot gathered up for the next section. I'm gonna have to buy a lot of stones, a lot of armor stones, a lot of weapon stones, actually all just armor stones, but in order to really work on that whole attempt at bringing this boss gear to try. So last thing we need to do, we have plus 14, plus 14, plus 14, a couple reblasts, so that's that. So there you go. That's just a quick rundown of getting you started up, your basic green plus 14 fail stack gears. What will happen? I'm gonna start with the reblast and just give you a quick look at what you can expect. So we are going to attempt a fail stack right now. 2.2%, probably not going to hit. Absolutely can. Don't be surprised. Here we go. This is getting us to plus 5. I'll go to about plus 8. Now, you take this out. Got 8. We'll grab this Fortuna. Scrunnel.
I got one more boss and then I'll head down here for you.
I'll probably start. The Fortuna is cheaper to repair, so this is a case where we say we want to choose durability. For building fail stacks, we want durability for sure. And it hit. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. So we hit at about plus 15. That's not uncommon. That's pretty typical. So last part of this video that I'm going to run through is just showing you how to cleanse it, bring it back to plus 14. You're going to have to do this several times over, and by several times I mean your life is going to be miserable running back and forth to this church. Especially when your character's got a movement speed slowdown from all the lag. Someone want to tell me why I'm running at a snail's pace? I'm on my witch, but I can't tell if it's just because of the stream that I'm lagging this bad. Probably. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm fat. You're right. I'm way too fat. I'm way too fat. Okay, well whatever. We won't worry about that just now. I can make it. Yeah, witch needs diet. Which is a sad thing to say because she probably has like a perfect physique. But nope, needs to go on diet. She yeah. It's got too many balls in her hands. Yeah. Okay, well anyway, this is our cleansing. Once this is 15, bringing it to 14. It'll cost you a little bit of silver. And then we are back to this spot. Plus 14. Alright, man. Okay, so here we go. Get ourselves up to about 7 or 8. I like 8. Now, jump over to Fortuna, hit durability, and that hit. Thankfully, we're at a church, and we can cleanse.
Lord Elliot has guided me to Velia.
And if you already have all of your repair gear, then, you know, you're gonna have to run around a lot less. That's why I like to have a few pieces to work with at one time, because it's just the thing that takes the longest in all of this is running back and forth. See, now this has lost all of its durability, so instead of running back and forth, I have a second piece of reblath right here. This is just a time saving niceness. I'm gonna bring it to 7. Gonna grab our Fortuna, which is getting pretty darn low. Durability. And that hit. You get the idea. I'm also showing you a very good example of how many times you will hit on your fail stack and lose your whole fail stack. It happens a lot. Once you get that plus 15, that's when you can start working on your gear that you're actually intending to work on, your boss gear. You're gonna use that plus 15 fail stack pretty much almost every step up until you're plus 13, plus 14, plus 15. But yeah, this is just a nice starter. A nice starter for showing you how to make your fail stacks. And I have somebody in the party asking how high does it need to be. When you're working with boss gear, you can force enhance the first few rounds, but once you get up in the plus 10 up to the plus 15 range, I'd say that it typically hits or enhances at fail stacks between 15 and 25. It can hit, sometimes it doesn't hit until about 30 and even a little higher than 30. But once you get in the 25 to 35 range, that's when you're going to want to slot that into a secret book of Old Moon or a secret blacksmith book. I was confused, but secret blacksmith book. And that's when you're going to save that fail stack for later. Anyway, that's a 27-minute video, so I'll call it there. You all have a good night, and thanks for watching.